Hi guys, can I get an update in the chat box regarding the sounds? Am I loud and clear? Am I loud and clear? All cool? Yes, perfect. So, what is the last question that we discussed, people? Did we do the question number 7? Did we do the question number 7? What is the last question that we discussed? So, let's 6. Then let's start doing the question number 7. So, what are they telling? First, correct the accounting entries using the general journal. So let's understand the each and every mistake that they have done, but still the third one, no? Okay, okay. So we have completed up to the third one. Question 6, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Now let's move to the fourth one. Errors which arise when balancing of the accounts. So let's get that understanding through this question itself. The correct total of the purchase account 25,000 has been erroneously totaled and posted as 5,000 in the purchase account. So total is how much? 25,000, and mistakenly you have calculated it as 5,000. And if I write it here, mistake, mistake. So we'll assume this is the purchase account. Purchase account. Okay. So here you have a 5,000. I'm just taking these numbers. A 10,000, another 10,000. Here you have a total of 25,000. Okay. But mistakenly what you have done, you have totaled it as 5,000. Then if you have totaled it as 5,000, then you have taken to the trial balance. So from other side, if I draw your creditor account, creditor, 5,000 is there, 10,000 is there, 10,000 is there. So these are just assumed numbers. Huh? Here you have directly properly calculated 25,000. Then here if I prepare a trial balance, how the trial balance will look like? Trial balance, which is the wrong one. In the purchase account, purchase you have taken it as purchase 5,000, and creditor you have 25,000. So in the debit side, 20,000 is missing. Here 25,000, here 25,000. So here 20,000 is missing. Therefore, what you will do, we'll put it to the suspense. We'll put it to the suspense. So we will open the suspense. 20,000 from trial balance. So now how to correct it? So if it is not included, simply include it. So you have calculated it wrong. You have calculated it wrong. Instead of 25,000, you have calculated it as 5,000, the purchase account. In purchase account, that means you have to take that extra 20,000 also. You have to include it. So how to correct it? Correction. Correction. purchase account debit 20,000, debit purchase account 20,000, credit it to the suspense account, credit it to the suspense account, suspense account 20,000. So here you can put that 20,000 and make the correction 25,000. And here you can credit it, purchase 20,000. So suspense account is getting cancelled off. So if you prepare the corrected trial balance now, debit, credit, trial balance, corrected one. Now in the purchase account, you have 25,000, creditor 25,000. So simply, what is the learning that you have to get? The learning. If an account is totaled incorrectly, in order to correct it, we should make the necessary adjustment to take it to the correct total. So write down this. You are done. Let me know, people, in the chat box. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. The last one. Errors that arise when preparing the trial balance. The balance in the built-in rent expense account 10,000 has not been taken to the trial balance. So the mistake is not being taken. Simple as that. So let's take an example. We'll assume here you have the example. Capital 100,000 and built-in rent. Built-in rent. Built-in rent 10,000. Built-in rent 10,000. And maybe bank loan or cash. Cash 90,000. So using this, now I have prepared the trial balance. Trial balance, which is the wrong one. Debit, credit. I have taken the capital. Capital is taken 100,000. Built-in rent I forgot to take. Missed it. Cash 90,000. So here now trial balance is not balanced. Why trial balance is not balancing? Built-in one we didn't take. Here 100,000. Here 100,000. Then 10,000 is going to the suspense. Suspense. So if I prepare the suspense account, in suspense account, now we have a balance of 10,000, which came from the trial balance. From trial balance. So in order to correct it, what we should do, simply write that amount. Simply write that amount to the trial balance. If that 10,000 is not written, write it. Write it. So write correction. Correction. So this is the mistake. Mistake. Write 10,000 built-in rent to the debit side. Debit side of trial balance. So that means they are telling debit the trial balance. Debit the trial balance. And credit the suspense account. Credit the suspense account. Then suspense account will get cancelled off. Suspense account. If an account not taken to trial balance in order to correct it, record the missed account in trial balance and other entry to the suspense. And other entry to the suspense. Okay. So now if you prepare the corrected trial balance, now you can take that amount and you can prepare it. You can include it also. Trial balance, corrected, correct, debit, credit, capital 100,000, cash 90,000, building rent 10,000. Now without the suspense, the trial balance is getting balanced. 100,000, 100,000. Without the suspense, trial balance is getting balanced because we corrected all the errors. Once we corrected all the errors, there cannot be a suspense. Suspense should be eliminated. Which one, Yunus? Here simply what they are telling is built-in account is not taken into the trial balance. So correction is if they have not taken, take it to the current trial balance. That's the only thing that I explain. If an account is not taken to the trial balance, take it. It's right. Simple. I didn't explain anything there. They are telling this built-in rent 10,000 is not taken. So if it is not taken in the trial balance, 10,000 missing, no? So if it is not taken, take it. Took it. Done. Finish. That's it. So you are taking it to the trial balance debit side. Debit side. You are taking it to the trial balance debit side. That's what I told here. Write 10,000 built-in rent to the debit side of the trial balance and credit the suspense account. So already you have an amount in the suspension. So that 10,000, if you credit it, suspense account will be eliminated. That's why I wrote this one. There is nothing called debit trial balance. There is no entry like this. Why did I give this to you? Not to make any mistakes when you are doing the questions. If an amount is not taken, this is how you have to do. If the amount is not taken, simply write that value. That's why I gave this note. Simply write that value. There is no entry called debit trial balance. This is the correct thing. Yeah, yes. Write 10,000 to build in rent to the trial balance debit side. Write 10,000 to the built in rent to the trial balance debit side of the trial balance. There is no built-in rent in your account. There is nothing to write under the built-in rent because you have not taken the built-in rent expense. So if you have not taken, take it, write it. එච්චරයි කරන්න ඕනේ. නැති තැනේ ලියන්න trial balance එකට අනිත් entry එක දාන්න. If an account is not taken to the trial balance, in order to correct it, record the missed account in the trial balance. Record the missed account in the trial balance. So here they are clearly stating building rent is not taken. Then write it. Then write it. So if you write it, that is one side. Other one, you have to cancel off the suspense. You have to remove it from the suspense. So I gave this entry debit trial balance. There is nothing called debit trial balance. I gave that entry for you to get that double entry understand. Any transaction should have two impact understand. If an account not taken to trial balance, in order to correct it, record the missed account, record the missed account in the trial balance. And other entry to the suspense. And other entry to the suspense. Okay, now let's prepare the general journal. They're asking us to do the corrections using a general journal. But here we just got the understanding. Let's record it in a general journal. We have the date, voucher number. Those things are not that much important for this question. We have the description and debit, credit. So let's take one by one. First one, telephone charges account debit, suspense account credit. Telephone charges account debit, 15,000. Suspense account credit 15,000. So what was the issue there? Correcting the payment of telephone charges, 15,000 recorded only in the cash account. Correction of telephone charges only being recorded in the cash book. Cash book. Second one, debit suspense, credit sales. 54,000. 9,000. Debit suspense account, sales account, 9,000. What is the error? Correctly recorded, but for the sales account, 45,000. Correction of sales being recorded as 45,000 instead of 54,000 in sales account. Correction of sales being recorded as 45,000 instead of 54,000 in sales account. Third one, suspense account debit 10,000, debtor account credit 10,000. Suspense account debit 10,000, debtor account credit 10,000. So what was the error there? Cash receipt 5,000 has been debited to the cash book. Has been debited both cash received from debtor 5,000 has been debited to both the cash book and debtors account. Correction of 5,000 cash receipt from debtor being debited to both the accounts. For both the accounts, we have debited. One account debit, one account credit, no? Yeah, both the accounts we have debit. Next one. Fourth one, debit the purchase account, credit the suspense account. Debit the purchase account, credit the suspense account. What's the error? Total of the purchase account 25,000, erroneously totaled as 5,000. Correction of purchase account being erroneously totaled as 5,000 instead of 25,000. Fifth one, correction of purchase account being erroneously totaled as 5,000 instead of 25,000. What is the last one? Debit the trial balance, credit the suspense. Debit the trial balance කියලා එකක් නැහැ ළමයි. එහෙම එකක් නැහැ. Okay? I just gave it for you for the learning purpose, for you to show there is a two impact. But we are not writing debit the trial balance. We have to just write the 10,000 built-in rent to the debit side of the trial balance. That's it. It's not a double entry. So double entry, only one entry is there, which is the credit one. Suspense. This one, right? Okay. So just the suspense people. Suspense එකට දාන entry එක විතරයි අපි ලියන්න ඕනේ. For your understanding purpose, you keep in your head or debit side of the trial balance, credit to the suspense account. But don't write the trial balance one in the general channel. What is the value? 10,000. 10,000. Correction of building rent expense not being extracted to the trial balance. To the trial balance. So if you all are done, let me know using a letter D in the chat box. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. Question number 7. So they're asking us to correct the mistakes using the general journal, and they're asking us to repair the suspense account. So let's put down the format. Question 7, 8, voucher number, description, debit, credit, general journal. Quickly put down the format. What format එක Okay, first one. The balance of interest income 10,000 has been entered in the debit column of the trial balance. Trial balance එකේ debit පැත්තට දාලා. Then in order to correct it, what you should do, if you have written it in the debit side of the trial balance, you have to remove it first from the trial balance. Okay. Income, no? Interest income, no? Interest income. Okay. You have written it in the debit side of the trial balance. So if I show you the mistake, let's take an example. I don't think this space will be enough, so let me go to the other page. Debit, credit. Here we'll assume you have different other items. Okay, different other items. Here you have a 10,000. Here you have a 15,000. Here you have a 5,000. And here you have this one. Your another 10,000 like this. Okay. So here interest income 10,000, it should come to the credit side. No? Mistakenly you have recorded it in the debit side. Mistakenly you have recorded it in the debit side. Rent income 10,000. So now when you are balancing the trial balance is not balanced. Here if you take 15,000 is there. Here if you take 35,000 is there. Then as a result of this, what has happened? Credit side is 25,000 less, 20,000 less. Then here you will put a 20,000 to make it 35,000. So that 20,000 will go to the suspects. Will go to the suspects. That 20,000 will go to the suspects. Okay. So they have already done the calculation and they have given how much is there in the suspense account. The opening balance is given. In the debit side in the suspense account, debit side Debit side in the suspense account, you have value of 15,000. This is the suspense account from trial balance. So in order to correct it, what we should do? One correction that we should do, we have to remove it. We have to remove this 20,000. Okay. So how to remove it? The mistake that you did 10,000, you have to remove that first. And rent income, you have to write it to the correct side. Rent income, you have to write it to the correct side because rent income is not recorded in the correct side. No? Instead of writing it in the credit side, you have written it in the debit side. Instead of writing it in the credit side, you have written it in the debit side. So in order to correct it, 110,000 should be posted. I'm just saying to remove this error. To remove this error, මෙන්න මේ error එක remove කරන්න 110,000 දාන්න. Another 10,000 එකක් දාන්න ඕනේ. You have to put another 10,000 which is the correct rent income. Correct rent income for the credit side. You have to write it, no? For the credit side, you have to write it. Write in correctly in the trial balance. So you see in total trial balance is getting, in total the trial balance is getting credited 20,000. In total, the trial balance is getting credited 20,000. So here the correction entry is, correction entry. Here trial balance is getting credited. Trial balance getting credited by 20,000. Then debit 20,000 should go to the suspense. Suspense 20,000. But මෙහෙම entry අපි ලියන්නේ නැහැ සාමාන්‍යයෙන්. We will not write like this. Generally, we will not write the trial balance entry in the general journal. But for your understanding purpose, you can just keep like this. For your understanding purpose. So if you record it in the trial balance, you will record the 20,000 in the credit side. And remaining 20,000, you will put it to the debit side of the suspense as the first correction. But you don't go and write it in the general journal, the complete thing. In general journal, you have to write debit, suspense, account, debit, 20,000. Now, no credits. Correction, you know, in your head, you know, credit 20,000 went to the trial balance. In your head, you know. Credit 20,000 went to the trial balance. In your head, you know, but don't write it. Correction of rent income being debited to the rent income 10,000. Rent income being debited to the trial balance. So with that, people, you prepare the suspense account also. So you can record each and every item in the suspense as you do the correction. Because they're asking you to prepare the suspense also in this question. Here, prepare the suspense. So if I write it from an invisible pen, so you don't write this blue color one. Na? Don't write. Okay. Don't write. The credit entry 20,000 is what? Write 10,000 as rent income to the credit side. Another 10,000 to remove the mistake written in the debit side. So that's why 20,000. 110,000 is to remove the mistake which is there in the debit side. Another 10,000, write in the correct entry as the renting, 20,000. Now let's move to the second one. Second one. The balance of the electricity bill account 16,000 has not been taken to the trial balance. 16,000 bill has not been taken to the trial balance. So if it is not been taken, lamai, electricity bill expense, no? Electricity bill expense. Then what should happen? Debit the trial balance. You have to add that. You have to add that line into the trial balance. Trial balance 16,000. You have to include it. Include it as the electricity bill. As the electricity bill. And credit the suspense account. Credit the suspense account 16,000. But I told you there is no entry called debit trial balance, credit trial balance. If it is not included, you go and include it and remove it from the suspense. Same thing we did previously also. Debit side one, credit side one recorded in the debit side. So simply to correct it, what you should do? Erase from the debit side, write it in the credit side. So ideally. So we are not showing that trial balance name in the general ledger. General journal. We are not showing that trial balance name. So for your understanding purpose, you write and debit the trial balance, credit the suspense account, 16,000. 16,000. So no debit entry, credit the suspense account, correction of, what is that? Electricity bill, account not being taken to the trial balance. 16,000. But in your head, you know. In your head, you know, the 16,000 is going to the trial balance as the electricity bill. We will not write it. That one. Prepayment of bank loan 30,000 has been only recorded in the cash. So what is the correct double entry, Lamai? Cash account credit, bank loan debit, cash book credit, bank loan debit. Prepayment of the bank loan. Prepayment of the bank loan. Ideally, what you should do? Ideally, debit the bank loan account. What is the amount? 30,000. 30,000. Credit the cash book or cash account. 30,000. So what has happened? This entry is not recorded. Record so how to record it? Debit the bank loan account 30,000. Credit the suspense account 30,000. Credit the suspense account 30,000. Debit the bank loan account 30,000. Bank loan debit 30,000. Credit the suspense account 30,000. Correction of bank loan not being recorded in bank loan account. So third one, suspense account credit 30,000. Suspense account credit 30,000. Okay, next up. The balance of purchase account 130,000 has been entered in the trial balance as rupees 150,000. So trial balance එකේ දාලා තියෙන්නේ කීයද 150,000. 130,000. In the trial balance, you have written it as 150,000. So you have prepared your all the accounts properly. I show you. We'll assume you have a capital account and purchase account. The balance of purchase account 130,000. Purchase account. I'm just saying. Here 150,000. Here 150,000. So all the accounts have been properly done. For the trial balance as the capital account, you have taken 150,000. As the purchase account, you have taken 130,000. 130,000. So again, there is a mistake in trial balance. Again, there is a mistake in trial balance. So what you should do, if that 20,000 is not there now, 20,000 missing, no? Debit 20,000 to the trial balance under the purchase. But make a happy trial balance and credit the suspense account 20,000. So debit 20,000 trial balance, credit suspense account 20,000. But we will not write this. Just go and put that 20,000 to the trial balance. That's enough. And credit entry will go to the suspense. For your learning purpose, you write down this if you want. Debit 20,000 to the trial balance, credit suspense account 20,000. Fourth one. No debit entry, suspense account, credit 20,000. Correction of purchase account being recorded as 130,000 in trial balance instead of 150,000. So if any mistake has happened in the trial balance, Lamai, again and again I am telling, if any mistake has happened inside the trial balance, you do the correction for the trial balance directly. Another entry will go to the suspense. So we have to show only the entry which is going to the suspense, not the correction that we are doing inside for the trial balance. This trial balance is not a T account. It is not a T account for us to show the debits and credits. Even I showed it for you. I showed it for you just to get an understanding. Next one. The drawings account has been balanced erroneously 34,000 instead of correct value 43,000. So drawings account is there. This is the drawings account. Here we'll assume erroneously totaled as 34,000 instead of 43,000. We'll assume here you have a 10,000 and another 10,000, another 23,000. So the total that you are getting is 40. No, you have written it as 34. You have written it as 34. But ideally it should be how much? Ideally it should be 43. Then in order to make it 43, how much you have to bring to the drawings account? Drawings account 9,000. So debit the drawings account 9,000. Credit the suspense account 9,000. Debit the drawings account 9,000. Credit the suspense account 9,000. 9,000. So let's write 9,000. Correction of drawings being recorded as or totaled as being totaled as 34,000 instead of 43,000. If you all are done, let me know, people. Okay. So with that, we are done with that one as well. So let me take the balances 35,000, 50, 50, 66, 16 plus 30 plus 20 plus 9. So there is a 40,000 gap. Let me check the fourth one. Fourth one, balance of purchase account 130,000 has been entered in the trial balance. People. Here I have made a mistake. No, fourth one. The balance of 130,000 has been entered as 150,000. What has happened? Not this way. It has happened other way around. It has happened other way around. I took the numbers other way around. Wrong, no? The correct values are 130,000. Correct values are 130,000. Capital you have correctly taken 130. But purchase you have taken 150 mistakenly. Purchase you have taken 150 mistaken. So how to correct it? If you have a higher amount in the debit side, in order to correct it, you have to take the correction to the credit side. So here you have 150, now you have to make it 130. So this is a debit item. To make it 130, credit the trial balance, that extra 20,000. So if you take it for the credit side, the extra 20,000, it will get removed. So it will be 130. So debit the suspense. Debit the suspense account 20,000. So here 150,000 only we have taken instead of 130,000. I did the calculation by taking it other way. Instead of 130, we have taken 150. So we have to reduce, no? Reduce. Purchase is a debit account. To reduce it, you have to credit it. You have to credit it. So credit the trial balance by 20,000. Debit the suspense account by 20,000. So it's a debit. Correction of purchase account being recorded as 150,000 instead of 130,000. 150,000 instead of 130,000. 20,000. Fourth one, 20,000. 9,000. Now we corrected all the errors. No. Here, you see, read the question. The balance of purchase account 130,000 has been entered in the trial balance. Purchase account 130,000 is correct. Entered to the trial balance mistakenly. Then you tell me, mistake is done inside the purchase account or mistake is done to the trial balance. Where you have done the mistake? Where you have done the mistake? To the purchase account or in the trial balance? Got it, no? So if the purchase account is not wrong, we can't go and do adjustment for the purchase account. The purchase account is correct. Okay, trial balance එකට වරද්දලා අරගෙන. Then we have to correct the trial balance on. So this is how we are correcting the trial balance. Yeah. By taking a credit to the, that means minus in 20,000. Minus in 20,000 means credit. Debit එක minus කරනවා කියන්නේ credit. So after correcting all the errors, people, you see whether your suspense is getting cancelled off. Here 55,000. Here also 55,000. That is what I told you. After correcting all the errors, suspense should get cancelled off. So it is getting cancelled off. 55,000 to 55,000. Both the sides 55,000 getting cancelled. Once you are done, let me know, people. Okay. So then with that, we are done with that particular question as well. So let's quickly do the question number 8, Lama. Let's quickly do the question number 8. So here we have to just write the journal entries and to prepare the suspense account. Question 8. The trial balance prepared as at 31st December 20XX, Samita's business did not tally. That means did not agree. The differences of the trial balance 5,500 was credited to the suspense account. On the subsequent examination, following errors were found. The total of telephone charges account is understated. That means under total. Under total. Under total. So example, we don't make a telephone charges account here. Here you have a 10,000, another 5,000. Mistakenly, you have total it as 10,000. Then in order to correct it, what you should do? The correct one is 15,000. No? Put that 5,000 and correct it. Make it 15,000. Put that 5,000 and correct it. Then debit the telephone charges account 5,000. Credit the suspense account 5,000. Other entry should go to the suspense. This is the first one. Now let's move to the next one. Second. Payment of building repair expense 30,000 has been correctly credited to the cash account, but it has been debited to the building account. So people, what you have done? Here cash account you have. Here building account you have. How much is the amount? 30,000. Cash account credited 30,000. Built-in account debited 30,000. So built-in repair lamai should go to the built-in repair account, not for the repair expense, not for the built-in account. Here they are clearly stating it's a built-in repair expense. Built-in repair expense should go to the built-in repair expense account, not for the built-in account. So remove from the built-in account. Correction. Correction. Remove from the built-in account. Put it to the built-in repair expense account. Correction. 30,000. So second one, debit the built-in repair expense account. Credit the built-in account. Credit the built-in account. 30,000. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. Third, a check issued for purchase 45,000 trade stock has been correctly recorded in the bank account, but debited to the purchase account as 54,000. So what you have done? කරලා තියෙන දේ බලන්න. So this is the bank. This is the purchase. Purchase of issued a 45,000 check to buy some stock. Correctly recorded in the bank account. The bank account correctly recorded the 45,000. Okay. And for the purchase account, how much you have recorded? As 54,000. For the purchase account, you have recorded it as 54,000. So purchase account is wrong, no, Lamai. Ideally, in the purchase account, only 45,000 should be there. No? So how much we have to reduce from the purchase account? Here, to make 54,000 into 45,000, to make 54,000 into 45,000, how much we should reduce from the purchase account? Extra 9,000 you have recorded. Correction. Now done. 54,000 debit side, credit side 9,000, now 45,000. And from other side, this one will go to the suspense. From other side, it will go to the suspense. The third one, debit the suspense account, credit the purchase account, 9,000. So with that, we'll prepare the suspense also, Lama. Let's see, do we have space? No, no space there. We'll do it here. We'll prepare the suspense also. Suspense account has an opening balance of from the trial balance 5,500 credit. From trial balance 5,500 credit. And from the first entry, credit 5,000. Telephone. Then second entry, no impact to the suspense. Third one, debit 9,000. So suspense account debit, suspense account debit, purchase account credit 9,000. Okay, the fourth one, the balance of salary account. Good. The balance of salary account 5,000 has been extracted to the trial balance as 500. So salary account is done properly. Yeah. Salary account එක හරියට හදලා තියෙන්නේ. Okay. You have prepared the salary account properly, but when you are taking it to the trial balance, as the salary to the trial balance, you have taken only 500. Then in order to correct it, what we should do? We have to put 4,500 to the trial balance. Maybe 4,500 to the trial balance. එහෙම debit entry එකක් දාන්න නැහැ අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන්. Add 4,500 to the debit side of the trial balance for the salary. Credit entry will go to the suspense. Credit entry will entry wise තියෙන්නේ credit එක විතරයි. Because trial balance is not a T account. Suspense account 4,500. $4,500. Okay, next one. The total of sales account has been undercasted by 6,000. Undercasted. Undercasted means under total. Under total. Aduan total. Aduan total. Under total. So if this is the sales account, here we'll assume you have a sale of just an assumption, 10,000, another 10,000, another 10,000. You have mistakenly totaled it as 24,000. Mistaken. And in order to correct it, what you should do? Add the 6,000. Now you are getting the correct 30,000. So what did we do? Fifth one, debit, credit, sales account, credit at the 6,000. Suspense account, debit at the 6,000. Suspense account. Correct. 6,000. Suspense. So we are done with all the errors, Lama. So once we are done with all the errors, I told you suspense account should get cancelled off. කරලා බලන්න cancel වෙනවද කියලා. මෙතන 15,000 total එකක් තියෙනවා. මෙතනත් 15,000 total එකක් තියෙනවා. So debit side to credit side is getting cancelled off. Suspense account is 0. Okay. Question number 9. Question number 9. Question number 9 and question number 10. We'll do it next week, people. We'll do it next week. Question number 9 and question number 10, we'll do it next week. So next week, we are done with the grade 10 complete syllabus. Next week, we are completely done with the grade 10 syllabus. Okay. So any questions, people? Any requests? Any questions? Any doubt? Any issues? grade 10 syllabus එක ඉවර වෙනවා. මොන හරි request තියනවාද ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මගෙන් කරන්න? නැත්තම් මොකුත් නැද්ද? ප්‍රශ්න මොන හරි තියෙනවද? Yes, Yunus. Regarding that, I'll tell you. Okay. I have a plan. Regarding that, I'll update in the WhatsApp group. Yes, yes. Grade 11, probably how I will do is, so since we are doing the accounting parts, sometimes I might split the class into two parts, two pieces. I might split the class into two pieces. Like I will take 45 minutes again to do the theory areas, which is the business studies areas. Those are first few units of your syllabus. Then another like 1 hour again I'll be taking to start the accountings of the grade level. If I didn't do that, the problem is you will forget the content. Accounting abathagano. So that's my idea. Let's see how we are going to execute it. Okay. So no questions. Any other questions? Then bye bye people. Let's meet again with the last class of the grade 10. No, no need for five. My tutes are there. No? I'm giving the tutes. No, so not required. Okay. Bye bye. No problem. Yes, yes, Vinati. I have a plan. As you asked, for you also same reply. I'll update everything in the WhatsApp group. Huh? Okay. Bye bye.